to think what have I been up to since the last time we talked? What was the when did I do my last stream? I haven't really been watching any movies recently. So Charlotte's Cinema Corner is dead until I watch another movie. I did go to TIFF. I guess I did watch a movie, which is I went to the Toronto International Film Festival on Saturday. Or was it Friday? I can't remember. And probably one of the worst experiences that I could have had going to TIFF, unfortunately. I love my sister with all my heart, but you can't. But she really fucked up on buying the seats. She really. We were in the front row on the far right. It was brutal. I've been in that situation a couple times before, and every time I get in it, I'm like, never again. And this was one of those times where I was like, well, I simply had no control over the situation. Far right is the worst position. I know, it is worse than being on the far left, for sure. It was, that was brutal. Really bad situation. Screening started at 9:30 p.m. Which means that we weren't at the cinema until midnight. Which is okay, except for the fact that I thought the screening was at 7:30 until the day of. And that was an issue because I had I'd mentally planned my day around the fact that I would be in bed at a reasonable time. Because I quite like to get into bed at like 11 p.m. That's my ideal situation. That's my ideal bedtime. Is I want to be asleep at 11 p.m. Depends how long it takes to get home too. Yeah, it was downtown Toronto, so it took me a little bit. I guess another thing is like we didn't get to go and watch a movie in like the nice TIFF cinema. We were at the Scotiabank, which is nice enough, but it's also like it's not particularly novel for me to go to that one. It's just a big cinema at downtown. It's one I prefer to go to, but it was also just like going to a normal cinema. The Scouch. It feels like unlikely, but I am curious to know if anybody here has ever been to see a movie at the Toronto International Film. Like, has anyone in chat ever been to TIFF? Because it was like uniquely strange the way that the audience acted to me. Okay, you have been. So did the audience for you been to the TIFF theater? Did the TIFF audience also inexplicably like do multiple rounds of applause for the various ads that played before the movie? Is that a thing that normally happens at TIFF? Because I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I was like, what is going on? I remember everyone going "yah" to the anti-piracy notice. Yes, they did do that as well. I had forgotten that. When the anti-piracy thing showed up, everyone in the audience went "yar," and I was like, okay. So this is your guys' culture? This is the culture of TIFF, is doing shit like this? Applauding at ads and going "yar" at the thing that says pirate? And there was another ad that played, I don't know what it was for, but they were all clapping in time with it. It was just an ad for, I don't know, I can't remember, just some shit. All I could remember was the fact that I was just like, why are these people applauding? Anyway, that's what they did. Wasn't there during the actual festival? That's so weird. Yeah. Anyway, it's insane, but honestly, a pretty good bit. Sounds like Rocky Horror for film nerds. No, but the thing is, it's like I like a audience interaction screening. I do. But this really just felt like, I guess you guys have nothing else to sort of make this an event other than we're gonna sort of clap in time with the ads and stuff. And you at least know going to TIFF that like nobody is gonna be talking in the movie or anything though. Like everybody's there because they're like focused. But anyway, I obviously I didn't participate because I didn't know that I was supposed to. And I also, once I realized what people are doing, I was like, this is stupid, and I would never participate in this. Just felt weird. Anyway, I have to make a guess. The film that we went to see, the film that we went to see was, I can't do a Charlotte Cinema Corner on it, because it was the most like, I went to see an art house movie. But again, my sister was just like, I bought tickets to a bunch of stuff at TIFF. I've got a spare one. Do you want to come and see this one with me? And I was like, I've never been to TIFF. I'll go and see it. But it was like a art house experimental film, made in Manitoba on a shoestring budget, shot entirely on like 16mm film, and with no discernible story, at least to me. Stuff happened in it. It was like, what if the sun didn't show up for one day? And that's basically kind of all I got from it. The movie was like emphatically not for me. I think it was the situation that I was in. I simply didn't get it. And so I don't really want to be like, the film is bad. It was feature length, yeah. I want to say it was about 2 hours long. It might have been shorter, but that's how long the movie felt. And then again, I'm not in the best situation to enjoy it because, as I said previously, we're sitting in the front row on the far right. So I'm craning my neck up like this, looking at images of it's impossible to discern if like the film is like deliberately badly shot, right? So much of the time I was like, I literally just can't see shit because it feels like you're just like shooting in pure darkness. And I was like, I can't tell what's going on, but I don't know if that's just because of the angle that I'm sitting at or if that's a choice or whatever, you know? Just a not for me situation, which makes it so much worse. Again, sitting in the front row when they bring out basically the entire crew of the movie and the director is like standing right in front of me, and this is like her world premiere of her film, and it was supposed to be the day before, but there was like an issue with her flight, so she like had to miss the world premiere of her film, and now she's here trying to like make it up and being like, this is the world premiere because I'm here, and everybody in front of me is like, this was like so like, you know, we love the way that she was shooting this film. We all felt like part of the family, you know, remember the bed bugs? Oh, everybody's laughing, and I'm just like, you know, looking right at her, and I'm just like, I have to emote in the right way for this. I'm so conscious of like, how am I going to emote correctly as a person in the front row of her movie, and I didn't like her movie, you know? Oh god, it was brutal. It was truly brutal. I really didn't like it. The start of your acting career. She made a movie, you know? It's not easy to make a movie, so shout out to her for making a movie. And she really seems to like her movie, and all of the people that she made it with really liked it as well. And it's, you know, I think a bunch of the people who came to watch it also probably liked it. Again, not for me. Not for me. Yes. You got a fun story out of the experience. I guess. Let's do... I just do Sherbetland again. Anyway, that was the movie I went to see at TIFF. Again, I've gotten really into the habit of doing written reviews and giving films like star ratings on Letterboxd. But I realized as I went to go and log the film on... My sister also did not like the movie. My sister, we hung out beforehand and we had some beers and we ate some chicken skewers and had a nice time though. It was not like we had a bad evening, all things said and done. But if I was going to review the movie on Letterboxd, I would have been the only person reviewing. I would be the only written review for the film on Letterboxd. And so what I really wanted to do was be like, you know, in my heart of hearts, I would have been like, this is a 2-star film. I think it's just not for me. But sometimes it was hard to tell what was happening and who people were. and it felt badly shot to me, but maybe that was the point. But imagine going to the Letterboxd page for your movie and seeing that is the only written review. I can't do that to a person. Not after I've had to look her in the eyes, you know, as she tells the story about how difficult it was to make her movie. I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. So instead we just logged the film. Did I talk already about, Batman? I think I talked about... I'm trying to make sure that we are actually caught up on movies that I have seen recently. I think we talked about Batman Forever, which is a film that I did watch. And then I don't think I said the name of the movie. The movie I went to see at TIFF, yeah, that experimental film that I wasn't huge on, is called Levers. It's called Levers. And I have no fucking idea why it's called Levers. I don't know what that... I have no idea what that means. It really did make me, like, watching an experimental film like that really did make me go, I'm actually not a film person. I'm actually a movie person. Like levers, yeah. No, they're not leaving. You're pulling on them. That kind of one. I thought you'd leave the theater before it ends. That's good. I really wanted to, but again, I was like, I was like, the filmmaker is here. And my sister, okay, now I'm really stepping in it because I just remembered that my sister knows one of the producers of the film. I really probably should have just said, oh yeah, I went to go and see him. You guys won't tell anyone, right? You guys won't tell anyone about this because I'm just remembering now that my sister knew one of the producers of the film, and was like, we can't do a walkout for this exact reason. But you know what? I think I've been honest and I've been like, well, again, really, sometimes a film is bad and sometimes it's not for me. And that one was really a not for me situation. I just didn't get it, you know? Director's actually been in the chat this whole time. They saw that I logged the movie on Letterboxd and have just been waiting with bated breath for me to leave my review of the film. Which I won't do it on Letterboxd. I exactly won't do that. Mostly said it wasn't for you. Yeah, I just didn't get it and know really what was happening, and I'm a simple woman who, when I go and see a movie, I need there to be like a story and like characters and stuff. I need to like look at a character and like, you know their name, and I want someone to I want something to care about in a movie. And it's the kind of film that really demands you to come into it being like, just like let it wash over you, and you'll care about. You have to bring your own caring about it with you, basically. And that's not something I tend to have the patience for when I go to the cinema.